Yo, welcome back to my first playthrough of Control on Xbox Series X. In this mission, we're doing the Old Boys Club. Now, since mission 3, it's kicked up side quests for us. So we have side quests and those countermeasures and stuff. I haven't got the weapon pierce yet. Some of these countermeasures I haven't got yet. Mission briefings. I don't know what this is. Go to the NSC energy converters. I'm not sure what those are. Collectibles. He's charged. Oh yeah, these floating enemies, and then we got these power troopers here. Is there anything else? Safe tests, more case files. Man, there's a lot of shit. We must have done these already, internal lockdown and Northmore, surely. Damn, I can't even remember. It's been a few days since I played the last chapter, but fuck it, I'll have a look.
So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege to steer the Bureau into dangerous waters and safely out again. To inspire and lead its people, to protect them. The board is there to advise you, but they want things in return. You hold all this in your old, trembling hands. I had to lose everything before I could see the Bureau is the director's life. There's no room for anything else. If the forces contained here escaped, we'd be dragged back into an age of superstition, terror, death. Assuming you think we ever really left that behind. Any emergency, any major containment breach, and the lockdown goes into effect. I implemented this security measure in my first years as director. I knew we were vulnerable. I'd personally seen the cost of sloppiness. I made sure the internal lockdown could only be lifted by a directorial override, only to be used when the director is confident the sectors are safe to be opened again. This way, the director is the last line of defense. And if I screw up, it's on me, and me alone. Northmore was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it, didn't trust it, didn't want to rely on it. Northmore was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmore never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmore. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
So watch those just to make sure that that's been done. Now let's get into the mission. Got anything to talk to you, this biatch?
Hi, Jesse.
New stuff.
I keep finding traces of Darling, but still can't find him. Where could he be? But he's usually in his office in research or one of his labs. Dr. Darling has quite a few all around the Bureau. Could be hiding in any one of them. I check myself, but I don't have access to most of them.
Sounds like I touched a nerve.
He didn't let you into his labs? Not all of them, no. Some had volatile material. It's ridiculous. I mean, this whole place is volatile material. Could have at least thought of a more convincing lie. I mean, how can I work without access to all the data possible?
This place has a bad habit of moving around, huh?
So you notice the building shifts. Did you know that 39% of Bureau accidents are caused by the shifts? It's true. I ran the numbers myself.
So they're dangerous.
Oh, very. At one time, a shark got shifted into a meeting room along with over 2,000 gallons of water. It was a tiger shark. Darling's pet research project. I forget what he was researching.
How do people work here?
You said you're an assistant?
Oh, it's just a title. I'm a scientist, a researcher. I work for Dr. Darling. See, when Bureau agents go out in the field, the sites of altered world events, we study the materials, the altered items they bring back. It's always something we've never seen before, and studying them requires new instruments, methodologies, sometimes entirely new fields of science.
Emily really loves her job.
See, there's no guidebook for what we do here. Everything that happens at the Bureau, including the science, is without precedent.
What exactly is the Ocean View Motel?
That's a bigger question than you might think. You see, I have extreme doubts that the motel is a single place. I mean, look at all the doors inside it. Where do they all go? But we know that one door leads to the oldest house, but how come we can only ever open that one door? Maybe to open a door, you have to have entered through it. So if every door leads to a different dimension, plane, reality, whatever you want to call it, then I believe that the motel is firm proof that parallel universes exist.
Does Darling agree with that?
I haven't told him yet. I'm waiting until I can prove it.
What can you tell me about control points?
They're nexus points of the oldest house's unique energies. Now, I wrote a 30-page proposal hypothesizing that we could siphon energy directly from them. Darling didn't even get through the first page before he turned it down.
Right. And, has anyone ever used them to teleport around?
What? No. What, I mean, you mean physically? No, not that I've ever heard of. Why?
Because that's how they work for me.
What? Really? Oh my god. More tests.
Let's hold off on the tests until later, okay?
Okay. It's just, wow. This blows my control point theories right out of the water. I love it.
Right, that's it for the dialogue. So, time to move the fuck on.
See you soon.
Be careful out there.
I always listen to those. Although really I should have listened to them and then started the video, but who gives a shit. Right. When can we unlock like another mod? So the missions we've got is there's a mission briefing. Go to the NSC energy converters. To find Marshall. Maybe we should try this one. Or Old Boys Club, I don't know. So we've got new abilities. Unlock energy. Unlock melee. Launch damage. She'll propose to. Yeah, that's a good one. How do we unlock an additional mod slot? Use 14. Upgrade the grip. Mods. Countermeasures. The service weapon in surge mode. Surge, pierce, spin, charge. Spin. So where's spin? Kill enemies in spin mode. So find Marshall. Paper suggests that Marshall went to the research sector. Where's the research sector? I'm not even fucking sure where to go. How'd you change weapon again? X, that's it. Might as well do this. Can't go in there. Done, we completed that so we can move. That's one countermeasure done. kill his troopers. Thing is, I don't even know what they look like, let's be honest. See if we go back here and they and they respawn. I don't know. Anyway. So research parapsychology. Where's research? Must have to go in the lift. Okay. New area, brand new area, wicked. Central research.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries. Authored studies of grave importance. And in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Okay. We're literally in a whole new area now. Could be loads of collectibles, all sorts of shite.
I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So.
We're under attack, but we'll read this anyway. Hey, so I was just wondering about the plants in research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, the janitor does have a nice voice and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe you could just switch it up a bit. I'm getting pretty tired of the tango, and where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much if you ask me. Are we being invaded by houseplants? Worth a look. That sounds funny. Fuck you. Nice bit of action. So, down is parapsychology. But you know me, when it tells us to go down, I go up. Go in the opposite direction. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognised by the wise, but only recently given by a name by science. It's how we rationalise events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bawl at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce redacted behaviour by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare due in time. We are striding into, bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will refer to the file redacted the full report. There's so much redacted shit. I'm going up because I like to go the opposite ways it tells us to, just so we can look around. Shit. The motherfucker heals herself. Maybe we shouldn't come up here because we ain't strong enough for this enemy yet. Yeah. Maybe there's a reason it's telling us to go to parapsychology and not fucking up here, you know? God damn. Try and take a different approach here. Hopefully when we died there we haven't lost the things we've picked up. I'm having to re-pick things up. Good. So yeah, I could go upstairs, but my new favourite weapon. See what we got in here. A possible AWE in which an unnamed individual experienced transcorporality via a phone line. Event is notably similar to the AWE in which redacted event response event is believed to have been caused by redacted, and as a result, following measures have been taken to prevent redacted. Okay. So for this spin, I'm using headshot damage 52. Just having a look at all this other stuff. Yeah, we'll stick with that. And then for the shatter, just keep as it is. Shit, he's hard to kill. The hell is that? Alright, so down we go. So his snipers are real now. I think it's so easy to get lost on this game. Going down to lab 1 to see if we can go in here. Auditory experience, Poets of the Fall, My Dark Disquiet. Answer questions within 2 minutes of listening. Did the song elicit any particular memories? If so, elaborate. Did you at any point feel a strong emotion? If so, what emotion? Did a clear image of a weapon appear in your mind during the song? If so, elaborate. Provide a detailed description of your current surroundings as you see them. Have you ever heard the murmur of voices when no one is present? If so, what did they say? Do you hear them now? Please choose one from each of the following pairs. 1 or 2, A or B, day or night, apple or orange, burn out or fade away. Let's see what this does. Yeah, I'm not listening to that for 5 minutes. Very weird, very strange. Let's get out of here. Areas we're getting into now are fucking huge. Hi Carla, does it strike you that Darling insists on us having to appear in those bizarre videos of his? I mean, we just stand there, he doesn't even let us lines or anything. Don't get me wrong, beats Dan aloud, plus it's always great to work with you. Oh yeah, I finished the comparative analysis of 2 Blackrock samples you sent, the Prism or whatever you call it. I filed them in the usual place under C for Carla, a handy mnemonic device, right, haha. Anyway, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the day, I'll gladly explain. Maybe we could chat about it over some drinks or dinner even. I can't remember the last time I had a good steak. Maybe we could go together at work sometime. I'm free tomorrow. All the best, Hubert. Amazing. Copyright music's off, so those don't really play anything. I always check every bathroom stall in case there's something in there. One of those hiss agents. It's a hiss taking a piss. Hey, we found something. Threshold has always been a source of great inspiration and great challenge, and a new Threshold manifests in the oldest house by Redacted. We never know what new discoveries it will provide to the Bureau, but we must always seize these opportunities. This report will examine the process of distinguishing recent Threshold effects based on their utilitarian possibilities. The quarry brought Blackrock one of the most invaluable discoveries, but if the mould has any scientific value, it has been difficult to find due to the lengths we must go in fighting back the particularly prolific plant. These are very distinct cases and worth comparing as their study offers vastly different dangers and rewards. Red file 594128444 report. Duh. So this is that mould, and when we touch it, our character gets ill and suffers health loss. Oh, maybe not here. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea going down there. I'm surprised we're not dying, because I'm pretty sure I've ran in areas like this and I've basically died. So if that's telling me we're able to survive that, then So. The hell is this? Oh, we must not be able to come here or something. Ah, there you go. We are in.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Oh, we're now locked in. Yeah, I fucking pressed the wrong button there, you fucking asswipe. Okay, I've died again. This is not going well. Shit. Oh, let's see if we can get through this hallway. It's getting pretty tough, let's be honest. Shit. To kind of focus on one enemy at a time. Fuck myself up there, idiot. shoot through the walls, which is pretty good. Okay, took them all out. A few bits and bobs to pick up. Watch emergency. Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, man. Where am I? I'm inside wires. I'm lost, man. Have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where, man? I'm gone away. Okay, can you describe your surroundings, ma'am? Hello. Dispatch attempt to call back number back, but it was no longer in service. Great. Amazing. Control point.
The astral plane. It's similar to an iceberg. What you see is not what you see. This place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but
New weapon, Pierce. Can't get it yet.
we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid. The board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
More files to read. The Astro Exhibition was originally built for the astronauts to use as a training location. It's a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job of it, but Redacted was being stingy with the budget. However, once we discovered the Redacted, we decided to repurpose the space, similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals. We hope to observe the Redacted behaviour in an environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it breaks everything we put in it with it. But Rome wasn't built in a day. Refer to file 3193811 for the full report. New name conventions have been established for the astral entity known as Astral Spike. Outdated terms of this report have been redacted. Another video to watch.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then, one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions, apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
Okay, let's check that out. Do we have new missions? Do we? There was no new mission. That makes no fucking sense. Gives us a new mission and then there's not a new mission here. What the fuck? What the hell? Well, we're carrying on either way.
Keep that thing here.
What the fuck? It's like Pac-Man sound effects. I don't know what happened to that mission. Fucking didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I don't think you can fight against it really. Okay, I have to trap it. Oh, okay, I get it. Oh, okay. Okay, I messed up there, obviously. So this does both doors. That's good. Should be able to trap it, no problem now. Took me a little while to figure it out. There we go. Finally. At least you didn't die.
What's the Bureau doing with that thing?
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here!
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
Woohoo! shit, we're in deep fucking trouble here. What the fuck was that, man? Man, I've died so much on this motherfucker. Okay, after dying, we're heading back to that room. I have to say, like, this is actually getting pretty difficult. We've died like 3 or 4 times already. It's pretty fucked up. Got ya. Man, I need to move. I keep getting killed on this bit. What the hell is that spear? Shit. Jesus Christ. This is really difficult, man. My God. I want to get near that armoured one because he's like fucking me up, man. Fuck. Got the asshole. Luckily finished one of those, whatchamacallits. Hiss clusters are unique in that they are concentrated manifestations of hiss resonance without the need of a host. Hiss clusters are dense spherical compressions of hiss resonance that serve support function in the hierarchy of hiss entities. The clusters are capable of replenishing the hiss host in infusions of resonance. This does not heal any physical damage inflicted on the organ host, but rather seems to rejuvenate them, allowing them to endure more bodily harm than normally possible. The fact that the hiss makes an effort to preserve its corrupted hosts underlines a level of awareness and discretion that was previously just speculation on my part. Can hiss entity be considered an individual or simply an extension of the hiss as a whole? Capturing one alive would be quite interesting. Refer to the file redacted for report. Okay, so we have to destroy them first before the enemies. Right, so he made it this time, we didn't die. Look at this brain. New mission. How are we getting all these new missions? I'm missing a mission actually. Investigate the X-ray lightbox object of power. Well, let's just read this other shit first. There's a lot of reading, a bit too much reading for my liking, but it does explain the world. This study extends the work of Irving Janis, Robert Barron and others by proposing strong causal links between group thinking and the passive or active use of telepathy. To prove these connections, the parapsychology department carried out variations of Solomon's original conformity experiments using a telepathic individual as a subject. See experiments redacted for details. Extensive qualitative and quantitative data resulting from these experiments was then used to identify telepathic interference within the group. Further empirical findings suggest measures can be taken to safeguard against telepathic influence on behaviours by engaging in redacted. Rather boldly, this paper stands to revolutionise decades of groupthink theory and provide new directions for the further experimentation on the mind, including manipulation of redacted and redacted. Okay, that was that thing. This is this light box. This report serves as an introductory guide to the astronaut program, including candidate requirements, training practices, and astral research procedures. Astronauts are chosen individuals who explore and document the astral plane by making physical contact with the X-ray light box. See case file OOP18 for details in the hypnosis lab and section of parapsychological division. Physical and psychological training is vital for the repeated transition between planes known as dives. After each dive, astronauts must undergo a redacted session in the cognitive recording chairs to record their experience in the plane. Gathered data has conclusively proven that redacted within the astral plane vary widely between astronauts. On rare occasions, these dives can result in losses, often occurring with the teams encountering aggressive astral entities. A lot of reading, a lot of reading. But if I skip it, how am I going to understand, you know? how do we get to that room? Investigate the X-ray light box of power. Which is this area. How are we going to get there? To get through one of those before, we had to shoot all these red things, but there's none here, so don't know if we'll be doing that side quest now. Look at the destruction. I do like the destruction in this game. It's pretty badass. You can cause some fucking mayhem. Collect reward. We still need a few hundred of these to unlock the new gun. Or the upgrade for the pistol. Still need 4 ritual impulses. Has that red thing disappeared? It has. So we're now going to do a side mission called A Captive Audience. That should be through here. What the hell? Investigate the X-ray light box object of power. And that is in this area.
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
This is locked. I've got a document here. Oh no, just a box. Good, let's read. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to be looking at to figure this out? Ah, there you go. See in the background to the right. There you go, done.
loss of ego and partial to full dementia?
Yeah. I am.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your suit is good? Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
Okay, let's go in. I wish you could cycle through all the guns rather than just 2 at a time. Use C's. So how do we use that? How do we use C's? Ah, we get them to work for us. We have 2 of them now. Shit, I didn't mean to kill him. New bureau alert. Go to email. What the fuck is this shit? Can now seize enemies. So you have a new move. Side mission complete, captive audience. They all seem to have
Brains were
dropped dead.
fried when I took over the object.
The object is a light box used to examine X-ray images. The image cannot be removed from the light box. The information of the image belongs to a patient named Redacted. The object allows paratiliterians to forcibly seize an individual as redacted. The seized individual becomes redacted to the user. The effect lasts redacted. Once released, the seized redacted as a result of psychic trauma. The object has no current binder. Background: a janitor named Redacted bound the object at St. Anne's Hospital in Redacted. Soon, the building's occupants were redacted by him. The Bureau dispatched the emergency response team to the Redacted. The perpetrator and Redacted the item. Fatalities numbered in the Redacted. For operational details, see case 26 HQ 452. And we've already done that, so let's double check the missions. Oh my god, so there's these timed things. They're timed, and I've missed one already because I didn't bother. So let's check this out. Executive major targets. Where do we have to go to get there? Pneumatics. Yeah, but I don't know where that is. So what, you know, what am I supposed to do? I don't know where that fucking is. Pneumatics. I haven't even been there yet. Who fucking knows? If we only get one chance to do them, oh well, I'm gonna fail that achievement. We have 4 abilities. We still can't buy the new gun. Let's keep going.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
She got that right.
More of you? Really?
Fuck. So before I go down there and have a look around. This is a level 3. Central research. Oh, okay. Pneumatics. Do we literally have to run back to that lift, for fuck's sake? I don't know how to get to pneumatics. You know, what the fuck can I do about that? There's areas that are all blocked the fuck off. If there's an achievements for those, I know what to do, let's be honest. Dimensional research.
Need to wear them. And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements. We're listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
So I picked up correspondence. I suspect my colleague Dr. Harrington has already contacted you asking for an increase in the department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been a squeaky wheel, all fuss but no results. Parakinesiology has always been a strong department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of a single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Resonance, it's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Redacted opened the door to a Redacted I've called Redacted. The Redacted emits a force that is far beyond the force we previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomenon? AWE's altered items, objects of power, do they share a common Redacted that we've yet to discover? We can harmonise control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer this whole time? Refer to file Redacted for report. The Bureau has spent years studying what objects of power transport used into the astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorised just a potential receptacle determined by Jungian archetypes and the collective subconscious would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an AWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the Redacted and the astral plane to the item, making it an object of power. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. A dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its border receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully the truth will emerge. It's just a load of mumbo jumbo. Dr. Starling is insistent that certain objects of power share direct connection to the Redacted, an entity of group of entities that we have little information or little that I'm allowed to access in his written reports. He states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the Redacted, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very Redacted of objects such as the hotline or the service weapon. But what if these particular objects were never linked to the redacted, but had the connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other object's power requires such direct contact with the redacted? Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the redacted is in a natural fact and not something more redacted? Great, I love reading redacted. Redacted, redacted, redacted. Dimensional research. Wonder if we can go in here yet. I love free roaming.
Constantly changing labyrinth. Can never pass through. Dimensional research.
Ashtray maze. It's like The Shining. Huh. Oh, that's hilarious. It is a proper maze. Weapons mods full. Keeps changing over and over. This is going to be a tough one to figure out. Do you have to be quick or something? Time. I don't get what these are, so I don't even know where pneumatics is. So until I find it, I can't really do those executive missions, so I'm not really know what to do about those. So I think I better start ignoring certain things. Oh, there we go. thing with this fucking game is you can get lost, and there's areas that you might not be able to enter before that you might be able to now, and you end up playing the game a bit further along, and then you basically forget where those areas are. Apparently I'm like running out of mods. So alright, let's finally move on. A lot of fucking time wasted in this game.
Welcome to the party now.
Hey, what's
Right
up?
down the hall.
Okay, we're meeting the good guys now. So let's check these areas for any items. I always go the opposite way I'm supposed to go. Discovered in the home of Agent Redacted after his young daughter complained of being followed by a rubber duck. According to Agent Redacted, the matter was ignored, believed to be the result of the child's imagination, until he began to hear the quacking at night. After discovering the item hiding in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau of Study. Update: it was discovered that Agent Redacted was bringing known paranatural materials into his home, illegally taking them outside the oldest house. How this may have affected the creation of an altered item is being investigated. Agent Redacted has been terminated. What an asshole. Right, anyway, let's get on. Stop messing around.
Marshal's eager to speak with you, ma'am. She's just down the hall.
Another control point. Nice. Alright, here we go. These people look exhausted.
There you are. I was starting to worry.
There's a lot of women in this game. For an agency like this, you'd think it would be a lot of men in there. I want some of these guns. I love the DEI casting of this game.
I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
Okay, lady.
As if you can find anything in this place.
Darling sure found enough places to
Nothing special in here.
I see the others over there. We have to help them.
You only do 2 at a time. And it seems to take over 2 at a time. Yeah, I think you can only take over 2 at a time of these. The hell? The Hiss Warped wield only paranatural abilities similar to drifters that are able to telekinetically shield themselves with nearby material and launch objects at their target. These entities are particularly destructive and difficult to kill, possibly indicating a greater internal reinforcement of Hiss resonance. Why do certain Hiss display paranatural abilities while others rely on Bureau firearms? Do certain corrupted entities have less potential than the host that become Hiss Warped? Or is this perhaps an indication of evolution or maturation of the Hiss corruption? Are there other stages of evolution yet to be found? What if the Hiss inhabits a host for a month, a year? The hosts expire after a certain amount of time. Does the corruption become too strong for an organic body to endure? Only time and well-documented observation will tell. Referred file redacted for full report. Well, it wasn't too hard. Should be able to buy that new gun now. Finally buy the new gun. Let's do it. Oh yeah, you can upgrade these to get better stuff. I forgot. Charge shot. Wish I could do more weapons, for God's sake. Going to the wrong area, to be honest. Oh, it just goes to an office. Well, thank you for the file, it's very helpful. I've re-archived it with the Blackrock research in case you need to refer to them again. Yes, the video shoots are always interesting, and I expect my availability for those to decrease in the future. However, as my analysis of this newly discovered Blackrock variant is reaching a critical point, I hope you'll be able to attend them still. Darling seems to be out under a lot of pressure lately. I'm sure you would appreciate any support you can provide. Regarding the analysis you provided, I did not have any questions. Thank you for the expeditious delivery. Regards, Research Specialist Dr. Carla Vaughan. I always like to go where the opposite area it tells me to go to. There's always things you'll miss otherwise, in my opinion. Obsessive compulsive disorder, hoarding, anxiety disorders. While certain manifestations of these conditions simply result of mental illness, sometimes individuals are simply performing redacted called rituals. The redacted of rituals can vary. Numerology, dream logic, forfeiture, verbal formulae, repetitive action, and causal tethering are just some of the procedures involved. Some rituals are consistent, such as pulling the light switch cord 3 times to enter the motel, but some are erratic. While most people engage in minor rituals every day, the vast majority do not understand the importance behind their actions. Avoiding disaster, amassing luck, or simply locating lost keys are all the result of daily rituals. Individuals who recognize the deep meaning behind these compulsive actions are inherently aware of the paranormal world, and when located should be considered for employment at the Bureau. Referred file redacted for full report. Is that it? Nothing special here. No goody two-shoe items. Oh well, just a couple of documents. Maybe we should test this weapon out. Nice. Right, let's get with a mission. I've wasted enough time. There's the rubber duck.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various details. First, a low voltage electric shock. No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14. No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
Can't go into any of those item bays, so let's move on. Can't wait to test this charge shot.
Okay. You must like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things are
really
here.
Dark around here.
If Marshall can't help us with it, he's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. Or taken over by the hiss.
Cool. So before I do that, I'm actually going to go through this door we just saw. Just to check around. What is that noise? This room was basically fucking useless. Oh, hang on. There's no way we're gonna get up there from here. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get up there.
Let me hear. Any idea how to make it work?
Just looking around. Blackrock prisms are a unique formation of Blackrock, distinct in both their shape and potency. While the density of Blackrock dampens paranatural forces, the unique redacted structure of prisms retain frequencies in range redacted to redacted hertz with perfect redacted harmonization. This report analyzes the results, focusing on redacted for a harmonized prism onto a redacted methods for the imprinting of non-physical fields onto redacted, imbuing them with the properties of the harmonized resonance. Redacting in a prism will be explored and explained further for a redacted full report. Anything else before we access that computer? Should we access the computer or go upstairs first? Oh, it's just the bay overlooking.
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. There's some more. I'm going to come back up here, but there's some more downstairs, I think.
So, we need to find all the punch cards.
How do we know which one goes where? How the fuck are we supposed to know? Where's the fucking whiteboards for these, you fucking rat? How do you know which is... So this is 4.
What do these whiteboards mean?
Number 4. Yeah, but they're all 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all fucking different. How the fuck are you supposed to work it out?
Try different combinations. One of them has to work.
Fuck you. This is fucking pissing me off, mate. That's got 1 and 4. 2 and 3. 1 and 4. This makes no fucking sense. Fuck me, I'm literally going to look online in a minute because this is cunting me the fuck off. 1 is that one. Yes. 4 is that top left thing. Then 4 says it's that. So the only thing I can just try is this. If it's not that, I'm looking online. Fuck knows, looking online, I don't give a fuck now. Oh, I didn't put 5 in. What a fucking dickhead. I'd only put 4 cards in and I was wondering why it wasn't working. Fucking div. There we go. Fucking thank God for that. See, it wasn't that hard. I was just being a dumb fuck.
Prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan.
Yeah, okay, you old fuck.
We need more Blackrock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab down in the Blackrock processing site and maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way.
But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go.
I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it, I'm the only one who can help.
Fine. I'll get the prisms first.
Dylan will have to wait just a little longer.
But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us, and keeping us from being wiped out.
Okay, so finally the mission's complete. Thank fuck for that. So, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed that. If not, go fuck yourself.